right now. Okay, so if you guys have any issues with the call and you guys get logged off or it's not working, whatnot, as soon as it's finished processing, I'm going to go ahead and upload the process recording through my YouTube channel, and I will definitely post that into the event page as well. So your time is precious, so I want to make sure that we keep this to 30, 40 minutes, and I'm going to go over really what the Ultimate Reset is and how it worked for me, and I'm just super, super, super excited. All day I was like dancing around with my results. Like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. I'm so proud of myself. So not everybody on here knows me. So let me do just a real quick intro as people are logging in and figuring out how this works. Okay, so what you guys are gonna have the option is on your end on Zoom, if this is your first time on Zoom, you can mute yourself, and you can also turn off or on your video, okay? So if there's chaos going on behind the scenes, that's totally fine. You guys can just mute yourself and you can listen as we go. And if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them. And you can also ask them via chat box. There's a chat box at the bottom too. Okay, so you guys have that option as well. I'm pretty good at answering things as I go. This is the format that we have most of my team calls on, so it works beautifully, and as soon as the recording is processed, I will upload that for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick screen share, just 1 or 2 minutes about me, and then we are going to get started as everybody's logging on. Okay, so I am screen sharing. This is a picture of, I affectionately call my tribe of 5, and I have 5 children, ages now 4 through 13, which is absolutely crazy to me thinking that I have a teenager. I've been a Beachbody coach for a little bit over 3 years, and before that I started as a challenger drinking chocolate Shakeology and also working out to insanity in that home workout program. I'm a believer in what I do. I love what I do. I love the programs that we have. I went from a size 16, 18 after my 5th was born, down to a very healthy, what I should be at, size 4. And it was a game changer for me. I didn't have to worry about logistics of getting to a gym or finding daycare. I had too many kids. At that point, I wasn't allowed to go to a gym because I had too many. So it was something that gave me that option of my health again. That's how I felt. The only excuses I had were the ones that I made in my head at that point. I could work out at home and get it done. So I love, love, love cardio. That's my jam. I like going fast. I like going hard. That's what I love to do. It's what works really well for my body. So along with this journey is what I would call a rut that I kind of got into maybe the past 3 or 4 months. You know, life happens, and there's been a lot, you know, that I'm navigating through personally. And then on top of that, I ended up rolling my ankle about 6-7 weeks ago. And so I wasn't really able to do any of my cardio, any of my high impact stuff. And, you know, if you're on this call, you probably understand that once you're in your groove and you get knocked off or for whatever reason, it's incredibly challenging not only to get back on, but to tweak it in a way that's also going to work for you and work for your body. Ultimate Reset is something that I attempted a year ago. I'll be very honest on this. I attempted it and quit like the 3rd day in. Like, tried the 2nd day, quit the 3rd day. It just was something that I didn't really educate myself on, and I just purchased, and like the day before, I'm like, okay, here we go. And that's not how this works, which is why I really wanted to host a call if you guys are interested in it, because it takes preparation. I'm totally successful at it, but it takes preparation and knowledge going into what it is and how you can interweave that into your lifestyle, okay? I would also like to say that I completed this with 4, there was a total of 4 of us behind the scenes, fellow coaches. We're all in very different seasons of life. One is a newer mom, one works full time as a student guidance counselor. So between all of us, we all are able to complete it. And so if you work full time outside the home, trust me when I say this can be done. I don't want you to think this is something that you're going to be like running to the bathroom and you have to be at home in order to successfully complete. I want to put that out there. That's been some of the questions that I've had. Okay. Definitely want to put that out there. So,
Brittany, will you give me some of those Cheerios in a cup? Please?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to make sure everybody's muted real quick. And let me see. Hey, Dina, you're the only one I'm not able to mute for some reason. So if you can just usually click yours and you should be able to mute it as well. Okay. All right, so that's a little introduction about myself. One thing that I'm gonna do before I get into this is there's a quick 3-minute video from our CEO and from our company that I wanted to share, and it actually breaks down from his perspective and from the creators of what Ultimate Reset is. It's only 3 minutes. I'm gonna screen share that video, and then I'm gonna dive in with what I used and how it works and how I integrated that with my lifestyle of 5 kids and on the go all the time, and how I made it work, and how if this is something that you want to do, you can totally do it, you guys. So real quick, let me pull this up. And again, it's only 3 minutes and we will get started with it. Okay, 3-minute video, and here we go.
What you're doing. No, I mean, really. Stop what you're doing right now. You may not even realize it, but it's sucking the vitality out of your life. The foods we're eating, the air we're breathing, even the daily stress of trying to keep up. It's all taking a massive toll on your body. And perhaps it's the reason you're working out and dieting the best you can, but you're still not getting the results you want. What you need is a reset. The Beachbody Ultimate Reset. It's a 3-week intensive detox and cleansing program created by Isabel Deichler and Darren O'Lean, co-formulators of Shakeology. It's going to help your body get back to its natural state of being. The Ultimate Reset was designed in 3 stages: reclaim, release, and restore. In phase 1, you'll rehydrate yourself by dramatically increasing your water intake, and you begin taking the reclaim supplements while you also shift your diet by gradually removing certain foods during the first week. Phase 2 is week 2, release. Now this is where you start the detoxification process with a gentle colon cleanse, and you also make the rest of the transition to eating fully vegan for the final 14 days of the program. And then it's phase 3, as the supplement protocol shifts to restore your digestive system to operate as it was designed. Now look, the Ultimate Reset is no simple program to follow, but the good news is while you could lose a substantial amount of weight in 21 days, it's actually recommended that you refrain from rigorous exercise during the program. We designed the reset so your energy is directed at revitalizing and getting strong on the inside. This is about rejuvenating. So for once, I'm asking you to relax. The program has gotten simpler to follow. We've made it easier to follow the food plan. We give you shopping lists for the specific foods you'll need for each phase, weekly cooking prep tips, easy to follow supplement dosage charts, and we've even made the program more effective by adding the incredibly potent Power Greens in place of the alkalinized supplement we used to include. And we've added people to the 24/7 support team for help and advice as people go through the program. We've even added information for you as you exit the program into maintenance mode. We've got all the bases covered now. And I'm not kidding around with you. We've prepared to prove it works when Darren O'Lean himself hosts a reset with Darren Group from May 1st to 21st. The timing has never been better.
Okay, so I'm going to pause that because obviously we're past May, but okay, so that's our CEO. So that's Carl Deichler, and he broke it down very simplistically on what it is and why it's important. So first thing I want to touch on is if you have been a challenger with us, or you see me posting my workouts and challenge packs and all the workout things that we do, that is going to be the #1 difference, okay, when it comes to the Ultimate Reset. You are not going to be doing high cardio or any of those programs. The 2 things that are going to be suggested is walking 20 to 30 minutes a day and yoga or Tai Chi. Okay, I did a little bit of yoga, but for the most part, I just kind of kept up after the kids. And I'm very thankful that that is something that they talk about in the very beginning when you guys get your box and your booklet. I'm going to show you guys exactly what comes in it. I'm super excited. But that is the #1 thing. And for me, I thought I would have a hard time with it, but at the same time, if you guys are looking for a jump start, if you guys are in a nutritional weight funk rut, and you're worried about putting maybe too much in a pot and starting off maybe with exercise and nutrition and figuring it all out, this could be a good way. Or if you're injured, like I said, I rolled my ankle and that was a big frustration of mine. So this was actually a great way for me to let my body heal and let my body recover, but at the same time fueling it the right way. Okay, so I want to show you guys exactly what comes in the box, and then I'm going to show you guys the booklet on the 3 phases that you follow and what the supplements are. Okay, so super excited. So this is the box that you're going to receive. Okay, nifty box. And it's going to open up to all of your supplements and your detox and your power greens. Now, remember how I said I started and quit the first time? I wasn't kidding. So there's another box, which is why it's really important to have support when you do this. Okay, so I still have a lot left over, so I'm actually going to continue into the maintenance phase. Even though today is my final day, I'm going to continue into the maintenance phase and continue doing really week 2. So I'll get into that at the end on what you do once you finish the ultimate reset to make sure you don't get back into your weakness. Okay, so I'm going to take just a couple minutes to go through what's going to come in this box, okay? You're going to get the different supplements, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how it's going to be broken up, but you're going to get Soothe, you're going to get Optimize, you're going to get Revitalize, and I want to open this real quickly and show you guys what I'm talking about when I say the supplements. Okay, they're not like huge horse pills, okay, but we're talking about small, easy to digest supplements, okay? So this is what's going to come in those, and you're going to get 3 containers of different ones that are going to be scheduled out throughout those 3 weeks on when you take and timing. I'm going to show you that as well. You're also going to get quite a few of these, what they're called detox packets and power greens, okay? This is what is going to come in. You are also going to get, you might have seen in some of my photos, where is it? You're gonna get a bracelet right here, okay? And this is awesome. I know it's super simplistic, but something that's a visual that's been on me for the past 3 weeks to remind me that I'm doing this, that I've invested in this, that I've invested in myself. Something so simple has been great for me when I get in those weak periods of time. That's something super cool. You're also gonna get, and mine is in the other room, so this is my other packet, Himalayan salt. So this is what you're gonna be using as you're drinking copious amounts of water. You're gonna be expected to drink a lot of water, okay, as your body goes through these phases. Now, the biggest thing that is going to come, and I want to take a minute to show you guys a lot of this, is the Ultimate Reset Guide. This book, basically, 138 pages, and it is as comprehensive and as detailed as you can possibly want or imagine, or sometimes it was almost too much for me. So if you are thinking about this program and going, it might not be explained enough, I'm not quite sure, this book literally has everything answered as far as FAQ, as far as what's in each of the supplements, as far as the different phases. So what I'm going to show you, hold on just a second, let me make sure everybody's muted real quick. Here and sit back. It might be Dina. Yeah. Dina, I think that's the only one that's not muted. I see you have 2 phones on, so that could be it, girl. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, so what we're gonna do is let me show you guys when you open it. It's gonna go through the different phases like Carl was talking about, okay? These are gonna be the different types of phases. And what it's gonna do is it's going to break down exactly what all of the supplements are and why you are going to be taking them. It's also going to go over, this is awesome, what to expect while you're resetting. And for me, this entire section was really, really, really important. I understood that my body was going to be fatigued during certain periods of time, and it truly was. There was a couple days that my muscles were so sore. I literally felt like I had done like 3 of my Insanity workouts back to back. I cut out coffee and I cut out alcohol. So my body went through, okay, awesome, Dina. Thank you. I think that's a little better. So my body went through what I would call some caffeine withdrawal as well. That was a decision that I made. If I was going to do it, I was going to stick to it. They also give suggestions as far as when to start, and this is really important. So instead of starting on a Monday, like if you guys are doing a workout program or a workout calendar, usually we always start on Mondays. For them, what they suggested is that you start on a Wednesday. Why? Because day 3 to 5 is the hardest days that you're going to have. Your body is really going to be adjusting during that part. You're mentally and emotionally going to be adjusting, and you're going to want those hard days to be over the weekend. If you guys don't work weekends, so you have that time to kind of cook through, whether it's fatigue, whether it's body fatigue, whether it's headaches, whatever it is. I started on a Wednesday, and that was phenomenal advice. So if you guys are taking notes or considering it, I highly, highly suggest you follow their suggestion. You start on a Wednesday. For me, that was awesome. One of my fellow girls, she started on a Monday, and she was like, by Thursday, she had a difficult time. So I would suggest that. There's also different program options, and this is something that I want to show you guys too. Now, I'm going to go over some of the menus, and I'm actually going to show you just some of the things that I've done on how I prepped. But what I wanted to show is there's also something called Reset and a Crunch. Okay? And what this is it gives you, each phase gives you 3 options that you can eat for breakfast, 3 options for lunch, and 3 options for dinner. For 2 of the weeks, I actually did Reset and a Crunch, because I prepped almost all of my meals ahead of time. And that for me was tremendous. It was a time saver. I knew what was coming ahead. And that was something that worked really, really, really well for me. You can do all the meals that they have in, or you can do something like Reset and a Crunch. What I will tell you is that the ingredients, most of you aren't gonna have just in your pantry. And it really exposed me to new types of food, things that I had never tried before, whether it was seaweed or tempeh, things like that. So I'm going to show you some of the recipes too, and how beautifully this book is laid out and how step-by-step it is. But I also want you to know is if you're looking through it and going, there is no way I would be able to make all these different meals and prep and do that type of stuff every single day. They also have Reset and a Crunch, and that's something that I did for 2 weeks, and that worked really, really well for me. Obviously, you guys have probably seen my results by now. So 14.5 inches lost and 13 pounds dropped. Healthy. I got rid of my food baby. The food baby's gone. And I'm just really, really, really excited. So that's Reset and the Crunch. What I want to do too is I'm going to show you examples of the different days, and then I'm going to show you the supplement schedule. So I want you guys to be aware of that too. Okay. So the different days are going to be structured out like this. So every day is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And also it's going to come with every single recipe. It does this for 21 days. Okay. So what I was talking about with no guesswork, that's exactly what this is. There is nothing to interpret the wrong way. There's nothing to try to navigate through and ask for help on. I mean, it literally is laid out in here. Now, the recipes are going to be directed in the back. So every single recipe that they refer to is laid out on how you're going to prepare it. Okay, so my book is all dirty because I used it a lot. So that was a question that I got asked a lot on things like this. They're like, I don't know if I'd be able to make it. Like, how do you know what to do? Everything is listed in here, okay? Another thing I want to point out is, I know Carl mentioned that in the video, but it's true. It comes with shopping lists for every single week, which is also awesome. So if you guys are going to stick to it and, you know, want to do a lot of the menus or the recipes in there, this makes it super easy to follow. So for each week, it's going to show you what you're doing. Okay. All right. So that's all going to come with it. Now, what I want to do is I just want to talk about the 3 different phases, and then I'll show you how they have it scheduled out as far as the schedule for your supplements. So there's 3 different phases. The first phase is going to be a process of eliminating dairy and meat. So for the first phase, I ate a lot of eggs. I did have some fish, some yogurt. There was portions in there. That's another thing that you're going to be learning as you go through this. If you have a really challenging time with portion control, I have a really, really, really hard time with portion control. This is a phenomenal way because there's no guesswork in it. It tells you exactly how much you need to have as you make it and what makes up an individual serving. So when I prepped my meals ahead of time, there was no guesswork on it. So the first phase was you still were able to have some of the meats. You still were able to have some of the dairy. I really focused, like I said, on eggs. I made scrambled eggs and I had toast. I had spinach. Those are the items that I really geared toward as far as breakfast. As far as lunch, let me read what I had for lunch, because this was another question I got asked often. For lunch, I had quinoa salad. I made a huge, big container of quinoa salad. Love quinoa. And then I also was exposed to tempeh, and that's my first time. So I would buy this type over at Publix and bought 4 or 5 packets of it, made it on the skillet, and it was perfect for me. So it's kind of that substitution for meat. It gave me that texture as well. And then for dinner, I did all 3. So I had stir-fried veggies, I had lentil lime salad, and black beans and rice. Now, again, this is Reset on a Crunch, okay? So this is the majority of what I did. So you're not gonna be starting on day 1 with no meat, no dairy, all vegan, cutting every single thing out, and your body is going to be going like through chaos, like figuring out what on earth is going on. So I want to put that out there, okay? Now, as you navigate into phase 2, you're going to be moving into that vegan only phase for week 2 and phase 3. Okay, so this one is heavy fruit and veggies. So for breakfast, I would have 3 cups of fruit. You could also, in this phase 2, interchange it with vegan Shakeology. So we have vegan strawberry, we have vegan chocolate. So these are the 2 that I would also interchange breakfast for as well. So you were able to do that too. So if you guys have Shakeology, that's something that you're able to use in phase 1 and 2. For lunch, I had the quinoa lentil palette, and I actually have a little bit left over. So this is how I made everything. This is how I portioned it all out. And I created my own little place in, so I went through and I made it. And I divvied it out, I made the portions appropriate, and it was super easy because I could just grab and go. So that's something that I highly recommend that you do if you guys prep it ahead of time. Put it in your refrigerator and stack it all up and you're ready to go. Let me see. Greek salad, and then for dinner I had garlic veggies, and sweet potato with roasted red pepper bisque. This is the most amazeballs thing ever, okay? I still have, this is when I'm still, like when you guys do this, because y'all are going to do it, I'm sure. No, but when you do it, like this thing, it's amazing. So anyway, so it's, because it's made with sweet potato, it's super sweet and smooth, and I made this massive batch both weeks, and it fills you up. So anyway, this is really, really, really good. So if you guys are considering it, the sweet potato red pepper bisque. So another thing is sweet potatoes. I couple those with almost every single lunch that I had. So here, and I'm gonna tell you, when you eliminate processed sugars and processed foods from your body and from your diet, you are going to be amazed at how sweet fruit and sweet potatoes taste. They were like divine. It blew my mind how sweet those types of foods were and how sweet they became to me, whereas before they weren't. So anyway, so that's phase 2. And then for phase 3, it's gonna be fresh fruit in the morning again. Spinach salad or microgreen salad. Again, this is all Reset in a Crunch, and that's what I had. And then I stuck to my roasted red pepper bisque and garlic veggies. So for me personally, that's the majority of what I prepped ahead of time. And then I did individual meals that that I wanted to try. So whether it was using the seaweed, whether it was trying to think, there was a handful of them. I didn't do new ones every single day, but there was a handful of them. Let me turn my Facebook up, I'm sorry, that I wanted to try. So that's that's pretty much how I did all of my meals, and it worked beautifully. I did not cheat when it came to food once. I stuck to it. And the other thing is, it's really easy once you prep it and get in your groove and you know what's coming next to prepare. So if you guys work outside the home, you can prepare and just take this to work. You know, if you're on the go with the kids and extracurriculars, you're going to know exactly what's going to come next. Now, the next part I want to cover, I know I might be talking fast, but I want to get all this to you guys. So if you guys have to go, you have what you need to know to make a decision, or if this is something that would fit your needs. Now, how do you incorporate the supplements into your schedule? That's another one I want to show you, because this I didn't realize until like I ordered it my first time, and I didn't open it till the day before, and I'm like, what is this? So I'm going to show you how it's broken down. So before each week, before each phase, you're going to have a page like this, okay? This page has broken down what supplements you are going to be taking and when. What worked very well for me was I just set everything on a timer. So for the majority of your meals, you're expected to have your supplements 30 minutes before you're going to eat your meal. So when you see something like this, when I first opened it, I was a little overwhelmed. Like, I have a hard time just remembering to eat. Now I have to add in like power supplements, and I've got to figure out what goes where and how am I going to do that. So when you guys open it and when you guys see that, the best thing to do is to set a timer on your phone so you know when to do it, okay? After the second, third day, it just became natural. You kind of know what to expect. You're like, okay, I'm planning to eat at this time, so I just need to take these supplements 30 minutes before. I forgot it, but there's also a little caddy that it comes with, a little white caddy that you guys are able to put your supplements into, and your detox and your power greens are going to be able to fit in that too. So that's another great way. If you guys are on the go all day, you just take it. You're not taking this whole box and trying to fumble around with everything. Another question I was asked, are you running to the bathroom all the time when you are doing this detox? No. There was one period of time, I want to say it was my 4th or 5th day, again, why I think they suggest that you start on a Wednesday, so you have the weekend to kind of let your body recover and recuperate and navigate how you're feeling. But there was one day where I had a kind of explosive number 2 twice, so we'll say that. That was it. There's not really any of that going on. So if you guys are concerned that you can't do this because maybe you're working full time and you can't be in and out of the bathroom, that's not how this works, okay? Especially within the second week, your digestive tract is getting going. I can tell you that I'm incredibly regular. I have not been constipated on this. It's amazing what happens, full body. My skin is better. I'm falling asleep much faster and sleeping much deeper than I ever had before. And my cravings at this point are gone. Like, I went through McDonald's and I wasn't craving to devour the French fries. Even for alcohol, that was one thing that I had a conversation with some of my girls about last week. Was it really pinpointed? I don't want to say a problem area, but a craving that I had that I wasn't even aware, which is alcohol. Because if you go out to dinner, maybe have a glass of wine at night, things like that, it adds up. And it's until you're intentional of eliminating that from your diet, you don't realize the quantities that you're drinking. So whether it's alcohol, whether it's coffee, they highly suggest that you cut out coffee altogether. If you don't do that, they suggest that you have 1 cup of black coffee a day. So I don't want you to be freaking out that you're so addicted to it that you may not be able to. That is an option. So you can do that as well. Okay, so those are the different phases and the different ways that you're able to do it. You can do all the meals they have included in there, or you can do the reset and a crunch like I did. So I showed you some of my meals. I showed you the supplements. Now, what happens after the reset? So today is my last day, okay? So I'm down 14.5 inches, down 13 pounds. I'm super excited. So what are my next steps? And the entire back 15 pages are really dedicated to maintaining your results and how you're supposed to incorporate either certain foods back into your diet or what you're supposed to do. So I love how it's all step by step and it's frequently asked questions. Like these are questions that I'm asking myself and they have printed in here, which is phenomenal. So it shows what you're able to incorporate back in at different tiers. So whether it's going to be grains, whether it's going to be meats, whether it's going to be dairy, to make sure that you didn't just do all this work and then tomorrow I'm going to go out and completely shock my system by eating these things that I've worked incredibly hard to eliminate from my body in the right way and in tiers. So you're not shocking it all at once. Remember, guys, you're not eliminating everything on day one. So I can't start back on everything on day 22. Okay, so it's a breakdown on exactly what you should be doing as you add back in certain foods, as you add back in exercise. Today I actually did my first cardio workout and it felt amazing. It was incredibly hard, but it felt absolutely amazing to do. And I'm going to probably stick to phase one-ish for the foreseeable future as far as what I'm planning to eat. I feel like I have my portions down. I feel like it's taken me, it takes 21 days to create a habit. I feel like I can go out somewhere to eat and I can eyeball and identify what the appropriate portion is for me to eat. And for me, that's been a severe struggle, especially if you go to restaurants or if you're out and about, to really gauge what you're supposed to be eating and how much. So I'm going to be reintroducing grains this coming week, and the following week probably some eggs and possibly fish and chicken. But I think that I know it's helped me really stabilize. It's helped me become aware of what I'm putting in my body. It's helped me become aware of how good my body's intended to feel. Like, that's huge. You can't out-exercise a bad diet. I've tried. You can't do that, okay? So if you're looking for something that isn't high-intense workout right now, this could be a great fit for you. Again, if you work full-time outside the home, this is something you can totally maintain, but I'm letting you know it's going to take preparation and it's going to take accountability and it's going to take support. So if you decide to do it, to buddy up with somebody, to pair up with somebody, it can be in a message thread behind, via text, in a group, whatever it is. But that helps tremendously because you guys can bounce ideas off each other, and just knowing that somebody else is going through it at the same time, that was huge for me, to have 3 other people who were doing it at the same time. Again, I did have headaches on days, I think it was like day 4. My body was incredibly fatigued between day 3 and 5, which is why they suggest that you start on Wednesday. And I have to be honest, I was not ravenous. I was not crazy hungry. This is not a starvation diet. This is not a juice cleanse. This is not a liquid only diet. That's not what this is intended to be. And if at any point you feel like that, you need to look and make sure that you're eating exactly what you're supposed to be eating and that you're drinking the amount of water. Too often, I think we confuse, thirst for hunger. So if you're already thirsty, you are already dehydrated. So for me, it really helped me focus and make sure I was hydrating myself the right way, because with each supplement, I was chugging a big thing of water. And that helped tremendously with my skin, everything. It all shined. It was amazing. So that, in a gist, is the Ultimate Reset. What I'll do too is, and these were some questions as well as far as costs. So what I want to do is I'm just going to screen share on here so you guys can see. You'll contact, if you guys are interested, you would contact your Beachbody coach who invited you here. If that was not me, contact the person who invited you here. But I do want to show you exactly, you guys will get a good visual exactly what comes with this. And they have reduced the price of the Ultimate Reset about 5 months ago as well. So it's the reduced price too. So let me screen share this real quick so you guys can see. Okay. All right. So you have a couple different options. The first one on the left is what's called the Ultimate Reset Challenge Pack. The Ultimate Reset Challenge Pack comes with everything that you need. So the entire, I'll show you my other unused box I quit on. So it's going to come with the entire box. And then it's also going to come with a month of Shakeology. Again, this is vegan based, which means it's made with pea protein, not whey protein. So there's two different options. You guys have the strawberry, you guys have the chocolate. So the challenge pack is going to come with all of that. It's going to save you over $80 if you buy it together like that. So for this one, that total price is $275. Okay. This, I will let you guys know, this is the most expensive item that is carried through our company. It's meant to be that way. It's needed to be that way. It's going to impact every aspect of your life because you're going to be taking these all day long. This is something that you're going to be using. So I don't want you guys to look at that and go, oh my gosh, is it all like that? No, this is the most expensive. I'm telling you, it's worth the work and it's worth the investment. It's worth the effort on this. The other option that you have, say if you already have Shakeology, or say if it's just not something that's on your radar that you guys want to do, this is the one that was reduced. So it comes with the Ultimate Reset, the complete kit, which is everything I showed you in the box, and that's $199. Okay, obviously if you're a coach or a discount coach, you get 25% off that. So keep that in mind too. Or if you're considering signing on as a coach, if you do, then you get 25% off that as well, which is a good chunk of money too. But this kit is going to come with the bracelet. It's going to come with all the supplements. It's going to come with the detox. It's going to come with the power greens. The entire packet is going to come with this one too, as well as access to, you know, your coach and the online support and everything that you need to make this successful. So I wanted to show you guys. And then of course, once you finish, you have options to order the individual ones, things like that. So you can order individual things as you go through it too, which is probably what I'll do in a few weeks. So that is it. That is my spiel. What I do want to show you is just, I'm pretty sure most people saw it, but these are my before and after pictures. So I want to show these to you because I'm like super proud of myself. I'm really excited. And, you know, it just, 21 days is going to go by anyway. Make it count. I mean, really. So this is me. This is my food baby. So adorable on the left. And I was not pushing out. Okay, these are unfiltered pictures. This is legit what I felt like, the bloat that I had. And then these are the pictures from this morning on the right. So I wore the same outfit. You guys can see the same shorts, even have almost identical ponytail. But these are my after results. So 14.5 inches down, and that's from my chest, that's from my waist, that's from my hips, and that's from my thighs. So that's a total amount of inches lost over those 3 weeks, and then 13 pounds down. And again, increased energy and regularity, and I just feel good. I just feel lighter. Like it's amazing. So fitting back into my size 4 is what I know I can be at what my body's intended to be at. So this was a great way to jumpstart and to kickstart everything over again. Okay, so I recorded this. So what I want to do is, if you guys need to go, that's fine. If you guys have any questions, does anybody have any questions that I didn't cover or get to? I created a list from all my messages that people have asked. So I know I hit those, but is there nothing is off limits. And I promise if you have a question, somebody else has the same one, they just won't ask it. Anybody have any questions? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Kelly Lynn.
Okay. So I was wondering, because I'm already basically vegan, vegetarian, lactose intolerant,
Okay.
and I'm pretty much detoxed, would it still be beneficial for someone that's already eating a lot of those natural foods?
Yes, and I actually watched, that's a great question, because I actually watched a testimony with somebody who is similar in that regard. They were pretty much eating already what's being recommended, and were already really living that type of lifestyle. I can tell you that the supplements that come with it, so the Revitalize, the Soothe, the Optimize, those do play a vital role in this. The amount that you're going to be taking during the day, of those, and the way that it altered my system. And the way that I know this, guys, is because I forgot my little caddy, my to-go caddy, one night. So I missed my entire chunk at one night. You can take them later on, but I missed it. And the way that my body, just within that 8-hour period, changed, I could feel it. So I definitely think that this would still be incredibly beneficial. I mean, it's gonna, it's gonna break it down for you, but I think that the 3 phases and the way that it goes through it to completely eliminate everything, especially including the supplements they give you, I do. I think it still would be very beneficial. And you'd have a leg up on it because you know what to make. That's a lifestyle that you're already living. So it's not going to be as much of a shock to your system, but I definitely think it will still be beneficial. And I can come in, girl, and show you at the salon some of it too.
That would be amazing.
Yes, I love you. So yes, definitely. It's again, it's something that I tried last year, guys, and I will be 100% honest. I quit. I bombed. I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't plan ahead as far as the supplements because it does take a couple days to get used to the timing on it. But I've never done something so nutritional based before. I did Nutrisystem. There's things I bombed out on before. But I've never done something that's been completed that's altered every aspect of how I feel and honestly how I think. I feel like I'm thinking clear, and it's impacted everything. It's pretty awesome. I wish I had a video like this or like a call like this before I started. So, which is why I wanted to do it. Great question, Kelly Lynn. Does anybody else have anything? No?